Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here. I'm going to build some model kits and talk to you, the audience. This is a special Friday night stream. I'm here in the Bear Cave with you. I'm going to throw the Bear Cave emote and the Bear Lego emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, throw that in there. Let me know you're here. If you're not a subscriber but you're here watching and you're in the chat, you can just say like hi or whatever. If you want to type out whatever, you can type that out. I appreciate that. We're going to wait a few minutes, let a few more folks join us. Obviously, I don't know what the number is going to be because this is a Friday night, and I don't normally stream builds on a Friday night. Ultron 100 is here in the chat. Ultron says, just took a pizza out of the oven. Harold is hosting. Thank you very much, Harold, for that host. That's very nice of you, as always. Appreciate it. Yeah, so Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. Because I normally don't build on a Friday, but tomorrow night, Saturday night, normal build time, I won't be building. Instead, I will be watching the Anime Awards, and I will be talking about the Anime Awards. And you're invited to hang out while I talk about and talk over the Anime Awards. Put on by Crunchyroll. My involvement in that has nothing to do with me and Crunchyroll. Has nothing to do with the fact that an employee of Verve did supply me with a year's subscription, which I need to check in on because that expires in March, and I don't have a job right now, so I should probably figure that out. Probably try to get that worked out. But yeah, I don't know what the numbers are going to be tonight as far as people watching or people chatting. We got a low number here. I'm hoping we can bounce this number up a bit. Saturday's always the lightest of my stream numbers, which is fine. But I'm hoping we get a few more than the number we have right now, which is low. As a reminder, if your subscription expired, you have to renew it because if you use a Twitch coin. But from the people that just chatted with me, I know you all are up on your subscription, so I don't have to worry about that. But, it's good to say, especially people watching on YouTube later. Hi, people watching on YouTube later. It's nice to talk to you. Watch me live sometime. I know you watch, but, check it out. We got to get to building here, but like I said, tonight more than normal, I think I'm going to wait a little bit before we get building, let some people join us. Hopefully some folks will pop in. So yesterday was Valentine's Day, and we started working on the Love Phantom. That's right here. This is the Love Phantom. It's mostly purple with black. There's a little bit of red here on the chest, which is a nice little piece. We're going to finish that up. Then we're going to jump back to what we're going on Monday. On Monday, we started working on the Nataku, which is a high grade, the 1/100 scale high grade. So that shouldn't take long to finish building, but we got to jump back there and do that. Color combo is real good on the Love Phantom, says Ultron. I agree, Ultron. I think the touches of white here, the touches of black, the fact that it's mostly purple, which is not a color you see mostly purple as an accent, not as the main color on a kit. All of the ones, the green from the Nataku, this like very forest green from the Nataku that we burnt on Monday. The Astray red, like, hey, eventually we'll work on this kit, and this red is beautiful. It doesn't look as great on here because of the green screen, but believe me, it's a beautiful red. For the Astray red. Harold says, just cut my Twitch Sing stream short. I don't have enough voice for a second hour. I feel you, Harold. The most I've ever felt out of it is when, because I wasn't originally planning on singing in my last game stream, just a random game stream. So when I switched from playing Hearthstone to Twitch Sings, I realized like, oh, I didn't do vocal warm-ups. I don't usually do vocal warm-ups for the build stream like this. But I should have done vocal warm-ups for Twitch Sings. And I would recommend the same thing for you as well, Harold. You can really just look them on YouTube, but mostly it's just, your voice is your instrument, and you have to tune up your instrument before you start doing that. Did that sound kind of like I know what I'm talking about. Harold's also battling a cold. That will hurt. And also you need like water. Gotta have water. Um, Epic Open World says, evening, Pat and chat. Evening to you, Epic Open World. Thanks for joining me on this Friday night. We're doing some building. We've got our love Phantom, and then we're gonna jump back to the Nataku and finish that. We just have to finish the waist and do the trident, so that won't be too bad. Um, yeah, and then tomorrow night, like I said, I'm gonna do a hangout stream. I'll probably have a snack, which I normally don't. I don't think I've ever eaten on stream before, but it'll be pretty laid back. I'm really just going to watch the anime awards and talk about it, and make my predictions for the award categories and all that, and maybe I'll you know maybe we'll do well. Maybe we'll win amongst ourselves. I don't know. Anyway, we'll jump in. Hopefully more folks will join us. If they don't, then it's a chill stream. Uh, Wrong Love Phantom Epic or Open World. And as I said, I was calling it the Love Tyrant on occasion. I occasionally slip up and call it the Love Tyrant, which is an anime. And also probably something else, but I do also know it's an anime. So I was like, that's wrong. Love Tyrant's not great. Kind of interesting concept, not done well. Anyway, so we're going to put the Love Phantom over here so you can see the Love Phantom as I work. I'm going to clean up the light that's on the table. I have a table light, but it's not great right now. It needs to be cleaned. A lot of dust in there. I'll try to do that for tomorrow. I'm going to be on a Let's Play channel tomorrow. We're recording tomorrow. I don't know when it's going to go up, but I'll mention it when it does. Certainly on my YouTube and all that, or on Twitch or whatever. But yeah, I'm going to be on a Let's Play channel in the afternoon, jumping in for that, and that sounds fun. I kind of put the word out there that this is if people ever wanted me to do something on the internet or in person, this is probably the best month because my schedule is very free. And outside of emails, I'm not really doing a lot right now. I'm mostly just very, getting a little bit of work done here and there and sending out correspondence and kind of keeping track of stuff. But, oof, I've got some free fucking time right now. Internet star. Yeah, right. Well, I'm just trying to keep busy, honestly. And I don't want to go have issues like going stir crazy. Like today, I left the apartment to go and get some groceries. I didn't really need those groceries. I could have done it tomorrow, but while I was out, but I needed to leave the house. I really needed to leave the house because I don't have a good reason to right now. Like I just don't have a good reason to leave, and that's bad because that's not good for my mental health. So hopefully I'm happy to have something to do tomorrow. Because my internet is so bad here before like 8:30 p.m. Those of you that listen to the Giant Bomb Aftermath, the after show, know that even using Discord on my phone, it was not good. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna be helping someone record Let's Play, and I'm gonna go to like a location where I know I have access to good internet, so I can do it during the day, and that's partially just so I leave the house tomorrow. Because as of right now, the only plans I have that involve me leaving my house are a week from tonight. I'm going to go to a comedy show. And other than that, I don't have anywhere to be. I have stuff to do, but all of that is internet related. and none of it is leaving my house related, and that's not good. Epic says, I tried to hear you. Your internet did not let me hear you. Yes. I could hear them perfectly, but my upload isn't good. Right now, my upload is terrible during the day. I can't stream during the day. I would love to do like a Sunday afternoon stream this Sunday because I don't have anything going on, and it would be kind of fun to do that on Sunday. But I've also, so like, yeah, 8:45 is literally like the earliest I can stream, and I dislike that very much. I would like the option to stream a little earlier during the day, but that is unfortunately not happening. Yeah, which is really frustrating. I was just wanted to ask them about the topic of conversation. They talked about bagels and having bagels, and it reminded me that not too long ago I was out with friends and we were at a restaurant, a diner, and it was evening, and my friend was like, I want breakfast food. And then we all were like, yes. And we all got breakfast food. And my friend did a thing that I've never seen before that I thought was very cool. She bought pancakes for the table, which I was just like, this is way better than French fries. She bought home fries for the table as well. And then somebody else bought home fries, I should say. So we had French fries and home fries for the table. And I thought that was a pretty killer move. So that's what I called into the aftermath about, but unfortunately could not be heard well. So I will attempt another time to call in to the aftermath on a Tuesday. But I will probably that might be good. What if I do that on Tuesday? What if I leave? What if I leave the house and go to a place where I know I have good internet and call into the aftermath and just do that? That wouldn't be too bad. There's a place pretty close to me that I have access to when I need to. I can bring my laptop and I can even plug into their Wi-Fi, which is very nice. Breakfast for dinner is good, just not cereal, but I don't like cereal. Well, I understand that. Epic. Canadian Papa Bear, hello. Throwing the Bear Cave note in there. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Always appreciate it. Happy to have some of my regulars on an irregular streaming night. But yeah, I gotta find. It's important. You know, either if you're working at home or like me, you're unemployed. It's important to like be social and get out of the house. And it's a little cold for exercising outdoors, which is what I would probably do if this was the summer. But I'm attempting to kind of get out there and just keep my head about me, my wits about me. But yeah, I might go to a spot on Tuesday where I have better internet and then call into the aftermath. That might be fun. I'm also, hey, I'm looking into how much it would cost to switch from Spectrum, which is it's just Time Warner Cable, my cable internet provider, to switch to Fios. I am looking into it. Haven't made the decision yet. That's not a easy decision. Certainly, it's not an easy decision to make the idea of switching internet service providers while I am unemployed. But I still want to do the research and look into it. Fios used to not be available in my neighborhood. It used to stop like 2 blocks away. It now goes to my neighborhood. So I could theoretically make that happen, make that a reality, which would be great. And, that would be pretty great. I only have one good internet option, really, says Epic Open World, which is a shame. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I mean, that for me, that was up until very recently, that was the case. And then Fios happened, but my internet was always good enough. The main problem is that the same right now. Hello, Humbao, welcome. And Lashbrook, I'm going to get to what you said because fuck off in a nice way. I love you, but fuck off with that. I'll get to that in a second. So for a long time, Time Warner Cable was our only option. And what happened was my landlord who lives below us got a better cable package. So now which should not happen, from the line. There's one cable that comes in and then splits off, and that cable goes to at least two cable boxes downstairs, their internet and our internet, and that's too much. So it looks like, and then it was fine but not great. It was okay. I could stream during the day because I did it on occasion. But what ended up happening was the construction next door, they had to move our cable lines like around, and somehow it fucked it up. And so I called to see if I can get someone to come and look at it, but that's going to take forever because they don't care, because we're customers and we still have service. It's just not great service. So I'm kind of screwed that in that regard. Ultron says Spectrum won't leave me the F alone with their calling. I already have their good internet. I don't have the time for cable too. Yeah, I don't want cable. I don't need cable, the cable package. I just want my internet. I want to be able to. I want uploading video to not take forever during the day, which it fucking does, and I want to be able to stream during the day, and I can't right now. Right now, I just cannot do anything with the internet for voice or video. Like, it just doesn't work, and I would love to have the option to. Yes, Santini, I understand what you're saying, that it's annoying. Their commercials aren't great, and I agree with you. Their commercials are not good. And it's really annoying that they advertise when you can't get them. I've seen that a lot. Like Sonic commercials. There's no Sonic in New York, but I see Sonic commercials all the time. So get out of here with these commercials. Going back to what Lashbrook said, it was 88 today in Austin. No. I don't want it to be 88 degrees in Austin. That's too... God damn it, Lashbrook. That's too many degrees. Get out of here with all those degrees. I don't need that from you, okay? I don't need you to tell me about all your many cool degrees, okay? Back off with all of that. Sounds great. I'm happy for you. It's not as cold as it should be for February. For February in New York, it is not as cold as it should be. I will admit that, and I will, say that it is certainly could be colder than it is, but still, that's a lot of degrees. Epic Open World says, my download speed is okay. I just want a bit better upload speed. Yeah, I just want consistent upload. I don't even need to be the speed. I mean, the speed, it'd be nice to have better speed, because I am uploading 3 times a week. I'm uploading a 2-hour video to YouTube, and then several 10-minute videos or 20-minute videos to YouTube. And I would like those videos to go to YouTube faster than they are. That's it. That's all there is, really. I would like those to work better than they do, but I understand. Really, I want to be able to stream during the day. I want to, on a whim, be like, let's do a game stream, and not be stuck to say, okay, well, I like to stream at 7 p.m., because I can't really do that. Sonic growing up in the Northeast and always seeing the ads, moved down south, turns out you're not missing much. And then that says Zatini, and then Ultron says, but Sonic goes fast, though. Sonic does go fast. Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, Santini. I'm a Northeast guy myself. Luckily I was tempered because there's a lot of fry talk right now, and there's always, and it's always the East Coast. The East Coast Defense Force is so up in arms and always so eager to dump on In and Out. And the thing I want to say, more than anything about In and Out, is that you're doing yourself a disservice by comparing them to Five Guys or Shake Shack. What you want to do is the sweet spot is In and Out is way fucking better than McDonald's or Burger King. It's so cheap. Yeah, it's not great. It's good though. It's good cheap food and yeah, get animal style. Get animal style on the side. That'll give you the sodium you need on your fries because your fries don't have enough sodium in them to be super appealing to you. But I was tempered the right way. People were like, hey, you know why people on the West Coast love In-N-Out? Because they went to In-N-Out when they were in high school and didn't have any money and got to eat food for no money. That's why they defend In-N-Out. And I was like, oh, well, of course. That makes total sense if you look at it in that context. Yeah, that's a great, it's yeah, so the first time I went to In-N-Out, I got animal fries and I got a double and I was like, yeah, this is good. And then I realized I didn't spend much money at all. Awesome. It felt great to do that. All right, let's jump in here. Shadow doesn't need to be faster. He has a gun. The bullets go fast. Yeah. It wasn't that warm yesterday, and we're getting a cold front in the next couple of days. This winter has basically been a roller coaster. Lastbrook, I do feel you on that. That is always a bummer when the weather is just won't if it's going to be cold, let it be cold. But when it's not that, when it's that fluctuation, and you're never quite sure what the weather is going to be like and how much of it you're getting, that's not fun. I'm not here to say that that's a great time. That's a bummer. Yeah, so we need J here. So you do J1. All right, so now we're working on the Love Striker, which is this wings / shield / guns / swords thing. That when it opens up, it kind of reminds me a bit of spider legs. It's cool. I'll say that. And it's kind of got a blade, like a metallic version of the scythe. It's a cool part of this kit. I wonder if Cookout's in the Southern East version of In-N-Out somewhat decent but real cheap. Yeah, it might be. I've never been to Cookout, so I don't know. But yeah, it's what's a good example? Popeyes. Popeyes chicken is good. It's not good, but it's good. That's kind of how I fall down on it, right? It's not incredible. Popeyes isn't as good as KFC, even. But it's still good. When you want it. When you want to feel bad. And you want to get a lot of chicken for not that much money, and then feel bad about the amount of chicken you just ate. Popeyes is great for that. It just really is. All right, so we got to do that, and then we got to do L7 here. So yeah, so we're working on this Love Striker thing here. L7, and then L14. All right. Oh, sorry about that. I'm going to yawn a little bit. I'm a little tired. But I should be fine here. This will be a good stream. Is it, though? They built one close to where I live and was super excited to try Popeyes for the first time and was not super impressed. That's what I'm saying, Epic Open World. Popeyes doesn't make good chicken. It makes good bad chicken. It makes a lot of chicken for not too much money. It's not claiming to be incredible, but it's doing what it does very well. But yeah, I mean, I think you would be right to be disappointed in them. I don't think they're stellar by any means. But I think the seasoning is fine. I got Popeyes one night. I got Popeyes before I streamed at PAX Unplugged when I did the stream from that weird Airbnb. because there was a Popeyes near where I was staying and not much else. And it was I was happy to have it because I needed to refuel. I ate a lot of garbage at PAX Unplugged, but it was all good fuel garbage, so I'll take it. All right, so we've got some accents here, a bunch of these little tiny friends. We're going to try not to break them off. There aren't all, there, I mean, all these pieces are tiny because it's a 144 scale, but these are particularly small, so we're going to be careful to try to uh, not lose any of them because there are no backups here. So we'll do our best. One thing I wanted to say is last night, conversation we talked about filler arc stuff for anime. And a thing I forgot to say was there's some Naruto filler that isn't good. But there's also Naruto filler that's about Kakashi, like him as a kid, that's not in the manga. Some of it's in the manga, and some of it isn't. And him being like the dark version, the sad, the almost as if he's trying to be killed in battle. Kakashi is some great filler. So I felt remiss that I didn't bring it up because I do think it's that's a good filler arc. Uh, Whereas a lot of times filler is bad, and Naruto, as I said, does have plenty of bad filler. All right, let's go here. I still remember the Naruto Shippuden filler that is just so silly. Um, that is basically like it's envisioning like all of the Jinchuriki, Naruto, and all the rest, like they're all alive and they're all fine, and they're like coming together to be like a superhero team almost, and all the Jinchuriki are like chibi versions of themselves. And I just remember that being like, okay, this is dumb but cute. I still think that it was cute. Alright, so we do some stuff there. So anime has the same problem as video games, but I have learned to listen to podcasts when I am doing 20 side quests filler. I mean, yeah, Epic World, it's a different problem, but it is similar. Whereas games bloat themselves because longer is better in a lot of people's minds. Not everyone, but some designers, in studios, philosophy is that longer is better. The issue that anime runs into quite often is that they uh, they like catch up to the manga. Like the manga will come out, and most of the time there's a lot of it, right? And then the anime comes out after, and then maybe eventually catches up. Or maybe you get way more manga than anime. They just never get renewed or whatever. But for shonen shows like Naruto, and Hunter x Hunter, and Dragon Ball, and like One Piece, the list goes on, they often, because they get open-ended runs, don't have, like, they catch up to where the manga was. And then they're like, we got to put out a bunch of bullshit while they catch up to what's going on in the show. And sometimes that ends up being like kind of cool because like maybe they do a bonus story that the mangaka wrote, or maybe they do like it's like an idea that they had for. This is something I thought of doing in the manga. Or you get something like what show am I thinking of that did this? Oh, Bleach just has like a ton of arcs that are not in the anime. Just like not a couple, a ton. A ridiculous amount is just like shit that is not in the manga, that is just like, well, we just did this. We'll go with this. Here's some shit. Enjoy. This is canon for this story, I guess. But it's a lot. All right, so got here. Want this to be okay. Um, when they catch up to the manga, just do what the internet does for them and make it canon, make the main characters kiss. Yeah, I mean, so some shows handle it better than others, and some just go away. They just end the show. We were talking about that last night. How like Flame of Recca, they just like killed a character and were like the end because they didn't think they were going to get more episodes, which is a bummer because it doesn't really end in a good spot, which was always a shame because I really like Flame of Recca. I think it's a underrated show that people don't know a lot about. But good powers, good abilities, cool friends. Like there's some good shit in that show. But don't really get a lot of that show doesn't get a lot of love, which is a shame. But yeah, I mean Hunter x Hunter just kind of ended, and then he did some OVAs that were rushed and not particularly great, not particularly well done. Like it happens, and it is frustrating. Then I need J3. All right. L1, 2. Good. Then we have Goku and Piccolo learning to drive, which is great. Ultron, yes, we talked about that last night as well. Totally right. I definitely prefer how shows do seasons now instead of filler arcs. Yes, Lastbrook, I appreciate that too. While it is it is a bummer sometimes when your show just like goes away for a while. But I think that there is some filler material in My Hero, but like not much, and I think My Hero Academia would suffer greatly from filler. I think the fact that that they're just like doing seasons. Same thing for that's not the same thing. Like they're so far behind. What show is so far behind? A show like One Punch Man is really behind, right? So they could catch up. It would take a while to catch up. But I'm more pleased that they're just like, yeah, here's more of them. I think that's better. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you just end up with that filler stuff, and you just have to deal with it. Talking about like Garlic Jr. and shit. And you're like, all right, fine. And here's the best way. Here's the best way to not be bothered by. Harold just gave 15 bits. Thank you very much, Harold. Really appreciate that. The best way to not be bothered by getting bogged down by filler arcs is to not know their filler arcs, and that means not reading the internet. If you like a thing, if you're not feeling that there's an issue with it, if it doesn't speak to you that there's a fundamental problem, and you want to do more research about it, if you're just like, this is light and easy, and I don't feel that I need to do any research on this, then don't read the internet about it, and then you'll be far better off. Like I said, if there's a complicated element to it that you're like, I gotta talk about this. This seems off. Then yeah, you want to do the research and figure out what's going on there. But if it ain't broke, don't ask people about it. Not saying that works for everyone, but it can work. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Harold. I do appreciate it. Don't read the internet is the best advice for most situations. Yeah, I mean, sometimes hey, look, there are cool and amazing resources out there on the internet. There are cool people doing awesome things, and you might miss out on those awesome things because you didn't know about them. But also, there's all the jerks that live on the internet and thrive on the internet, and you don't need those jerks. Like my Twitter today, I think was pretty great. I think if you were checking out some cool stuff on the internet and you wanted to like go to my Twitter today, you would see some cool stuff because I talked about one of my favorite styles of dress, which is when luchadors keep their mask on but are wearing a nice suit. I love that look so much. So I posted some photos, examples of that. And then I talked about how like luchadoras, I should say, don't often do that. They're not prone for that look, wearing a nice dress, and then also their mask. But it does happen, and then that's different from the Bolivian style of wrestling or women's wrestling, where they wear indigenous dresses. That's wrestling in dresses. That's different. It also fucking rules. It rules so hard. So here's the things we can do with this. We can turn it to be a gun. It's going to be on the back here, backpack when we build that. So we get a gun, and then we also get this comes off and can be used as a weapon like this. But then also this pops in somewhere else and becomes like another thing. So there's a lot of options to this kit because it is from the builders, build divers. So there's a lot of cool shit that happens with this. It's pretty neat. So we built one. We're going to build the other one now, which is basically exactly the same, except slightly different. So we need L2. We don't need E2. We need L2. That's, we're going to need K as well. So we'll just get those out and start building. It has dope, spidery looking size. Yes. So yeah, it reminds me a little bit of Black Arachnia from, and not just because of the color scheme, but a lot of it because of the color scheme. But it does remind me a bunch of Black Arachnia from the Transformers Beast Wars. But yeah, the spider thing looks pretty cool. The Love Striker part. But I also like that it's like, oh no, I have guns. Don't worry. I know it doesn't look like I have guns, but I do. We actually have to finish this part off. I wasn't done with it. I thought I was. So we gotta do LJ12. I gotta put on there. Just here. It's a good thing I noticed. I thought I was done with this one piece, but I gotta put the other parts on. And then I need L11. That's E2. It's like, why is this piece missing? Because it's the wrong one. Haha. I figured it out. Don't worry about it, everybody. I got this. Okay. This is good. I forgot that the 144 high grades, like, do require some time and effort. I thought this was going to be done on yesterday, and I'm liking that it's taking so long to get this done. I think that's fine. I'm totally fine with that. I have been into this kit, so happy to keep working on it. Because the Astray, we're going to be building the Astray for a while, because that's a big master grade. So I'm fine with this taking up some time. Okay, so this got to go in here like this. This one piece goes on here to close her up. So I was debating. I've done 2 episodes for Let Pat Play, my ongoing YouTube series. I was debating what I was going to do after this series was done, because I'm doing the mini-series in it where I'm playing and showing off some mods and cheats in Fallout New Vegas. And after some contemplation, I have decided the best course of action would be to just do Fallout 4. which I've tested and can capture. So I'm going to show off some mods and cheats in Fallout 4, and that'll be all of March. So if you're not following me on YouTube, it's youtube.com/PatBaer. Every Monday I put up a new episode out. And yeah, this whole month of February I have been doing New Vegas, and I'm excited about doing 4 because there are a lot of people went great with mods for 4, and I'll also be able to show off the Creation Club mods because there are mods that are involved in Fallout 4 that use the Nexus and Vortex and all that. But then there are also just mods you can just download that are available for Xbox and PS4 and also the PC. So there's one mod I use called Cheater's Den there's that mod, and then maybe another one because I think he did the person who created it is male identifying. I believe did a Nexus version, so I have to see which one I'll look at. But yeah, it's just spend the whole month building a huge settlement. Yeah, Epic World. I mean, you can. There are ways to really mess with that. One of the easiest ways is to turn God mode on, and then you just have unlimited resources. So you can just build what you want. And then, I don't remember how to do there might be a mod for it, but it might be something that I couldn't never really pull it off. But there's supposed to be a way to really mess with the budget for a settlement, so you can really, build it out. Because I would hit my limit on, the castle and what I could do there. There are some ways around it. If you dump a bunch of stuff just in the middle of the settlement and then you scrap it in that settlement, it decreases your limit because it thinks that you're removing things from it, even though you introduce things just to remove them, which is a good little cheat. So I don't know if remember if that still works, but I'm going to look into it because I do want to build a cool settlement. There's a couple really good mods that I want to show off. Cheats really will just be to keep me alive and maybe to up my gold or my not gold, you know what I mean. Up my caps and all that. But there's some really fun things you can do in Fallout 4 with mods. If the settlement building tools were better, I would have done more with it. Usually, without doing much settlement stuff, I played over 100 hours. Yeah, Epic. I don't love Fallout 4, but I like Fallout 4 a lot. I think the storyline is meh. I think I have a fundamental issue with a lot of the companions being boring and just not fun to play around, which is really frustrating. They should be more fun. There's something really interesting about Kate. A former raider that's helping you out that feels obliged to be with you, and there's something they could have done something really great with Kate, but then also Kate just is annoyed that you're scrounging for materials. That looking in drawers pisses her off, and I'm like, I don't fucking need that shit. I don't need you to be that way. So it is frustrating. There's some companions that I'm just like, oh man, you could have been way better. I haven't done any user-created companions in Fallout 4, so that might be fun for me to kind of just check that out. I think a few people made some good ones, so maybe I'll check that out. I don't know. I like the robot ticket. Yeah. Epic Open Worlds, I mean, of course you want Nick Valentine on your team. His name is Nick Valentine, and he's a cool robot friend. Yes. Nick and Piper, I would want on my team. They're both great. Uh, but yeah, I would definitely consider both those primary members of the squad. Dogmeat, I think, is great. I think Dogmeat is a valuable member of the team. Uh, yeah, there's some good companions you get out there. I don't think Preston's particularly great. Preston Garvey is like a dude to hang out with, but I like what he's trying to do in the world. I just don't really want to hang out with him. Dance is annoying. I don't like Dance. Creedy is fine. Kate is also annoying. And then Curie is not a good companion. She's just not. Most people don't get. Most people are way too powerful. By the time you get Curie, you don't need her as a companion. I don't understand that. She's not helpful by the time you get her. And then also there's a whole thing where you can romance her and she's your granddaughter. She inhabits the physical form that has the DNA of your son, and that's weird. Uh, Early in the game, I sent Dogmeat away for story reasons and meant to hang out with him again, but I never found him again. Oh, Epic, that sucks. He wasn't back at the. If you put a doghouse at Sanctuary, he'll go and hang out in the doghouse in Sanctuary, which is really cool. I like that a lot. That he'll just because I always put the doghouse next to um, the old lady's chair, so that she and dog meat can hang out, which I always thought was a fun little bit of lore, lore that I'm making. Is that like, yeah, you two hang out. That's what happens now. I decided that's canon. The two of you get to chill. Alright, so we're going to do this here. Strong is fine. I generally don't like having super mutant companions. He's fine, but I don't know. And then there's the Institute companion. But hey, I've done a bunch of playthroughs. Oh, and never ever gotten far enough to have that happen because I would never want to work with the Institute. And then Deacon, and I think Deacon's fun. He's got clever lines. He's a good support character. I like the Railroad. I think Deacon's pretty chill. Maybe I'll go get Deacon when I play my version of showing off mods and stuff in Fallout 4. I don't know. I'm getting excited about it because I just finished up. I had an issue where I had to change a lot of settings in order to get it to work, but I did get the last video New Vegas recorded. So what I do need to go back to is I didn't do it when I was playing New Vegas. Is I haven't gone in and killed Mr. House yet. So I got to go back into New Vegas and kill Mr. House on that playthrough because I always kill Mr. House. Gotta go. Sorry, Robert House. You're done. Epic says, I sided with the Railroad in most ways while playing. I can see that. I almost always sided with the Minutemen. I felt like the Minutemen had the best options. The Railroad is so focused. They're not focused on helping the Commonwealth. They're focused on beating the Institute. And of course, the Brotherhood of Steel. This chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel, no way. This chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel is not bueno, not good at all. Run by some sort of clear sociopath that not interested in helping out. So I usually side with the Minutemen because I think they're the ones that are looking out for the community. They're trying to make things work and try to build a better Commonwealth. Yeah, no, that Brotherhood of Steel is garbage. They're garbage tier. No thanks. There's some good people in that in the Brotherhood. In that chapter of the Brotherhood, there's some fine folks. You know, you get to like some people that work with them, but no thanks. Much more into the New Vegas chapter. They're the outliers, basically, but I'm more into them than anybody else. Okay, so we're going to put that there. Then we need L2, 2. But yeah, that look. If you're not siding with the Brotherhood, you are missing out on Liberty Prime, which is pretty incredible. Although Liberty Prime is so broken in that game, not overpowered broken, just like scripting broken. It's one of the worst parts of the game. But overall, the idea of helping them build a giant robot that throws mini nukes is pretty great. It's more fun to fight them than, you know, like, because the other ways are you take over the teleportation signal, and when you're the Brotherhood of Steel, you don't do that. You just blow up the ground enough that you can go in through the ceiling, and that's incredible. I would recommend people look up footage of that online on YouTube if they're not going to ever play it, because it's pretty remarkable and very silly in a way that I really like. But yeah, I'm not siding with the Brotherhood of Steel. Fuck that shit. No fucking thanks. Helping out those guys. All right, we're gonna finish up this part here, and then we will probably take our break, and I'll kind of like say like, hey, here's the ways you can support the stream, yada yada. You know, you already know, but let me spell it out. Here's ways to support what we're doing here. We'll get to that in a second, but I want to finish this up first, and then we'll put them together and put them on our kit like that. Keep that moving. All right. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. I had a really good time in New Vegas, and I'm looking forward to showing off some cool stuff in 4. I only beat the main game and never played the DLC. How were they? So Ultron, if you want to play a heel character, if you want to play a rough and tumble mean person, then Nuka World is awesome. You can still play Nuka World as a good person, but like you're not really getting the most out of it. But the idea, if you want to be like a raider boss, like it's fun. And I do like the idea that they made something for shitty people, basically. I can appreciate that they went and did that. Or shitty playthrough characters. So I had a lot of fun. It's hard in some places. It's very hard in some places. With the Automatron, one, you get to make really cool robots. Like, really cool, like, new companion robots. And Ada is great. And just like, yeah, like I said, you get to make cool robots, and I'm always in favor of making cool robots. So, and the Mechanist I think is fine, and I think like that I think is pretty cool. I've never played the island one. It's a lot of quests in a small area, and I know some people really like the story of it. I never played it, so I can't tell you one way or the other how I feel about it. But yeah, there are parts that I really like, and there are some parts that I super not really into. You know, just like anything else. Automatron I think is maybe my favorite. Like I said, I play squeaky clean, like, hey, I will murder, but I'm doing it for the better good. Don't mess with me. I'm here to find my son and rebuild society character. So I'm not interested in Nuka World and like helping out different raider groups. The last time I went through that, as soon as possible, I got the quest where I could just take them all out, and took them all out. And it was great. Fuck you, that's why. Making me a raid boss. Make me go take over settlements. Get out of here. Have Preston hate me? No thanks. Not here for that. Not here to be hated by Preston Garvey for siding with raiders. No thanks. All right. We're going to take a little break here just for a moment or two. It's been about an hour of streaming. First and foremost, thank you so much for hanging out with me here. I'm going to go into Twitter. I'm going to go back to my tweet. I'm going to retweet. I'm going to retweet and say I'm still going. Got another hour. See if we can get a few more folks jumping in. If you are watching and you are not currently a subscriber, please consider doing it. You can use your Twitch coin to do it for free. If you have Amazon Prime, you link it to Twitch. You get Twitch Prime. You get a bunch of free stuff. Hey, look at this. Get Downwell. If you have Twitch Prime, you haven't looked at your free games. Go get Downwell. Downwell is great. There's a few other things that you can pull from there, but that's my recommendation for that. Harold throwing the Bear Cave emote in there. Harold not really ever gotten to Fallout. I love Fallout 3 and New Vegas. I like Fallout 4 a lot. But yeah, if you're not following, at least do that. Give me a follow. That way you can know when I go live. For my build streams, I build 6 hours a week, Monday, Thursday, Saturday. We're streaming tonight for building because tomorrow I'm watching the Anime Awards. Instead of doing my normal build stream, I'm just mixing things up with an award show, which I think is going to be pretty fun. Sorry. Let's look at this. I'm going to get this together right. Try to say what else is missing. There's other ways to support me. Twitch is a great way. And all of the money I make on Twitch, you can also use bits and coins for that, not just subscriptions. Bits and coins are always appreciated if you watch other stuff. If you watch ads and they get you bits, that's another way to support me. You could also do Patreon. After this show is over, I'm going to upload this video to YouTube, and then I'm going to send the link to my Patreon. They get it first. So that's a great way to support me is through Patreon. $10 gets a vote. We're doing the Asteroid Red because this is one of the kits that was bought by Austin Walker. That's in the... No, not Austin, sorry. Alex Navarro. I'm talking very fast. Alex Navarro purchased this kit for me to build. So that's coming up. Hygarian bought this one. And you could buy something on my wish list if you wanted to, which is here on Amazon. My Amazon wish list has a bunch of cool things. I'm going to take a quick look at it just real quick, and then we'll keep going with the rest of my ads, and then get back to building. The Moon Gundam looks really cool, and you get to build a moon, like a crescent moon. That's nonsense, and I really like that. I've got a bunch of stuff going on here, things that I would really like to build. I might end up buying for myself to build either the Goku Super Saiyan 3 or the Overwatch Diva and Reinhardt set, the Lego set. That is a 400-something piece kit. I might pick that up just because I want to build them. There's also a bunch of things here on that list, and I would love to build anything on there. And at the bottom of that list is just like gift cards. Buy me a Steam gift card. Buy me an Amazon, Apple gift card. Buy me a Raspberry Pi would be fun. I'd build that in a heartbeat. And like there's a cool Lego case. It's a fake Lego case that looks like an N64. I'd build that on stream if that got purchased. You know, just things that would be fun. And then I also have a coffee. That's just if you want to make a one-time thing, send me some money. All the money I make from all these things go into me building model kits, buying them and buying equipment. I don't need any equipment right now, but at some point I'm gonna need new equipment, right? Like I'm gonna need a new light, or I'm gonna figure out a new solution for this overhead, which looks great. Or these cameras are gonna be really outdated, or maybe I want to up my game and get like an XSplit license instead of using OBS, although I generally really like OBS. So there's stuff down the line that I'm going to need equipment, and that's one way to do it. I have a workshop. This is the Build with Bear workshop. The community is really where the work gets done. So join the Build with Bear community, which is a Discord. We'd love to have you. It'd be great to have you. And then the last thing I'll say is let Pat play. I mentioned it earlier. We were talking about Fallout. Viva Mod Vegas is my let Pat play. So episode 2 I posted on Monday. Episode 3 will be out next Monday. $5 patrons get it a day early. They'll get it on Sunday. But yeah, that was the second one. I've got 2 more. So check that out when it comes out. I think you'll like it. I put a lot of work into that to kind of showcase some cool mods that are cool and not just weird. There's a lot of weirdos. There's strange. There's a lot of weirdos making model kits. Or not model kits, what am I saying? There are a lot of strangers making model kits. There are a lot of weirdos making mods for games. So I tried to find the ones that were really like cool and interesting and like offered something that I thought my audience would be into. Humbao is continuing the gift sub they got from Hungarian. Humbao, that's so nice. That doesn't show up. Unfortunately, next time you renew, that will show up. But thank you so much for that. That's so nice of you. I'm glad you're doing that. That does, that's money in my pocket, so I can keep doing that thing. Ultron asks, so about the day early videos, does watching it before you post it officially count towards your views? Yes. Views when it is a unlisted video, because it's not a private video, it's an unlisted video. Those views do count. And then also, Ultron, I don't really care about views because I am not, I am currently demonetized on YouTube because so much of my videos are archives from Twitch that I was trying to monetize, which I won't if I get monetization back, because I'm going to try to fight it and get back. But yeah, I don't really care about views. Mostly it's an archive. I wanted people to watch it, so it doesn't matter to me if a few people do. It's actually nice to see a few people watching it, because it means that people are taking advantage of the fact that I'm doing the work to get stuff done early and send it out. Humbaus is happy to do it. Well, I'm happy you're doing it. Thank you so much. Let's throw the bear. We didn't do this. Let's throw the Bear Cave emote in there for Humbao continuing. Apparently, that's not a listed thing for Streamlabs, so it didn't pop up, but we appreciate you very much for that. Okay, so that's the end of this. We are getting towards the end of this kit, and then we're going to jump back and finish the waist of the Nataku, and then if there's time, we will start the Astray Red. I've got that waiting to go. Yeah, so this is going to be a laid-back one today, which is okay. I'm all right with that. I knew that would happen, I wasn't sure what a Friday night was going to be. I think our game stream pulls in some people, but I think those are people that kind of prefer the game stream stuff to the building. Because I know a few people, they get a little sick of the building stuff, which I'm all right with. I understand that. If anybody's following and hasn't subscribed and is thinking about doing it, I would love to get back up to 50. We are at 49 right now, which is, I should say I do have 2 Tier 2 subscribers and 1 Tier 3 subscriber. So that means that those folks are like I get more money from Twitch for that, like points or whatever. Uh, it's not the easiest thing in the world to describe, but it's better the higher tier you are, the faster I get things. And tier points means that, oh, Space Cadet just cheered 100. Thank you so much, Space Cadet. I really appreciate that very much. That gets me closer to my next payout, which will be in March and will be very helpful. All right, so this is our backpack. You can see there's this spot here. That's where our bow for our death scythe's going to go. It is just a scythe. I call it a death scythe because, let's be real, it's a death scythe. That's what it is. Put that there. Yes, so thank you very much, Space Cadet, and thank you everybody else for subscribing. It's always appreciated. But yeah, I'm trying to get back to 50 subscribers. That would be nice. Our last build stream of the month is going to be on Thursday the 28th, and I will give away a model kit on that date that we built on stream to somebody who is a subscriber. So Space Cadet, there's not a maximum, like when you hit this many cheers for a payout, it just gets me closer. So like when I hit the threshold of $100, every 45 days after I hit $100, I get a payout. So sometimes, for some folks, that's months. That's months to hit $100. And really, it's hitting $200. It's hitting $100 of mine because it's like a 50-50 split with that. But so, find folks that are kind of supplementing that by with cheers and bits. That just gets me closer to that payout. So that's Harold's birthday. It's Thursday the 28th. Well, happy birthday, Harold. Remind me as we get closer. Space Cadet cheers 400. Thank you so much for those 400 cheers. Space Cadet now in rank 2, tied with Robot Crank for the #1 spot. You can see that above the chat. But that's awesome. Yeah, so the bits get me closer to my next payout. So really right now I'm getting paid every 2 months or so, and occasionally I get like every month. And it's rad. It's super rad that people do that, and I really appreciate it. So here is, let's put the wings on here. So we got this wing system going. Put the arm down. And then it goes on like that. But yeah, I always really appreciate that people. Harold says, I finally hit my $100 mark last month after 19 months at affiliate. Yeah, Harold, it took me a little while to do it as well. Obviously, people were very generous in the beginning. But, I think like between the first payout and the second payout, it was like several months. But now it's about every other month. Also, I benefited because it used to be like 60 days after you hit the $100 you get a payout. And now it's 45, I believe. So that's just more, that makes it a lot easier for all affiliates, myself included. I mean, part of it also is like I've find folks like Iron Souls out there, Iron Souls who, has been a tier 2 basically the entire time, and that just that's $10 a month instead of $5, so I'm getting 5 instead of 2.5. So, because the affiliate's a 50-50 split, which is I think more than fair. I'm totally fine with that. Twitch has a lot. There's a lot that's fucked with Twitch when it comes to support and taking care of people. I'm certainly not in a position where I've felt threatened as a streamer, that I needed more help from them, but they often have failed a lot of people, which is frustrating. Wish they wouldn't fail so many of their affiliates and partners. But let's see here. All right. But yeah, I mean, I haven't really needed them, so I'm kind of fine with that. All right. So there's the scythe. The scythe is on. You can see that. Put that there. There's our scythe. So now we're going to build the shield part here, which is very cool, I think. So this scythe can live in the hand. It can also go on the back and go across the back. And then we will put the shield piece on here. And like I said, one of the things this kit has is, well, one, you can buy online if you wanted wings, actual like feathered wings, like you would have for the Wing Zero from Gundam Wing. You can put that on there, which is cool instead of these things. But why would you? Because these are so cool. And then this pops off. Let's see here. This pops off. Great. And then oops. It's a little hard to get this to stand because it's, it's a 1/44 scale and it's got a lot going on. So then this goes in here. Oops. Oh no. Great. Yeah, I don't always talk about, the money stuff when it comes to Twitch because it is about me. Generally, I'm more interested in just doing cool stuff here and continuing, but it's very helpful to, kits are expensive, and the money I make from this lets me buy more model kits, and especially doing it 6 hours a week means that, I go through kits, and folks were incredibly generous to get me some kits earlier in the year, but now I'm almost done with all of the kits that were purchased, so that means that I'm going to start going through my own backlog, and that goes through fast. I saw those wings alone with a bunch of other backpacks. I guess all the build fighter models have these modular one fit size all. Yeah, that's what it says in the kit. Like you can buy wings and they go with several kits, but I have no interest in the wing part. I just want to get this armor piece on here. I might just take the no, okay. Just trying to put this stuff on here. Because we got to go back to the Nataku after I finish this. But yeah, it's just a shield. It's just an arm shield here. That's a little tough to get on. I'm going to admit right now. But none of this kit was particularly hard, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, and then these become weapons if you want it to be weapons. These become weapons, and then you can make these guns. We'll just actually take the, we're going to take this part off. We'll keep the shield for photos, but we don't need the shield right now. But yeah, basically, you can make these guns. You can make these blades. It's pretty cool. Bunch of stuff. These can come out. Got a whole lot of things. Yeah, you can take it off and put wings on there. You might be able to see that in there. But yeah, this is a pretty cool kit. Pretty into it. The Love Phantom. Oops. Just kind of make it look nice for the photo that I will take after the stream is done. Who uses a shield? Yes. I mean, yeah, sometimes a shield is good. There's now and again. Hey, the Sengoku Astray has that, like, demon, like the Oni shield, and that thing rules. So I'm always in favor of a cool shield. Although I do agree with you that anime generally is, here's my amazing offense. I am not going, well, you're not stronger than me, so I am not going to defend from your incredible offense, and instead, I will just accept your attack. But yeah, this is the Love Phantom. I'm going to take a photo of that after. There's some, and as I said, there are also some pieces left in here, because you can make your own a different head, which is cool and weird. You can also do different shoulders if you want to do different shoulders. But yeah, if you want to do a golden head, you can do that, or a purple head instead of the black one, which is pretty neat. Love Phantom, done. Get you a shield that also a gun. Yes, if your shield has a gun on it, or a blade, if your shield also has a knife That's fun. Knife shields are fun. But yeah, there's a different head here in purple. You can see that. So there's some different colored pieces here that can be added to the kit, which is pretty neat. But we'll put that over here for now. And then we're going to finish up with the Nataku. If you missed the stream on... Wait, we got to switch. There we go. If you missed the stream on Monday, this is what I built on Monday. It is a 1/100 scale high grade. It has lots of stickers. You can see all the gold here on this piece is all sticker work. And we still have to finish a couple things left on that. But we decided not to do that on Thursday so that we could work on the Love Tyrant in honor of Valentine's. There's also some different pieces here you can swap out. Different chest piece if you want. So there is some differences to this kit. But for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. We're going to just push this aside here. And we'll just build that. This is a 1997. So one of the oldest kits. You can see there's still some stickers there for the waist we all have to attach, but we did most of the stickers that were there. In Titanfall 2, my favorite mech was the one with the chain gun that also had a shield on it. Yes, that's rad. I'm going to drink some water. Hold on a second. I said this on Monday, that this kit is so old that it's advertising Endless Waltz, which is what this is from, on Laserdisc and video on 1/25/97. If you wanted to watch this on Laserdisc, you could totally get this on Laserdisc. All right, so let's find the pieces we need for this. We need this piece. This is a classic waist piece for the 1/100 high grades. You'll see that over and over again on kits if you're building kits from this era. D piece as well. A lot of this is just like pretty standard waist pieces that I have seen plenty of times before building high grades. Alright, this is K1. 1997, the year I graduated high school. I graduated shortly after that, Harold, a couple of years later. But yeah. So that's also why this is a sweet spot, because I was in my sophomore year, or 1997 was the end of my sophomore year, then later my junior year of high school. I was primed and ready for a great mech show that had shonen elements. Did I know the term shonen at the time? No. I knew Shonen Jump, but I didn't even know that shonen meant this kind of shows that I was watching. But yeah, Gundam Wing was a revelation. And then watching G Gundam and watching fan subs of Gundam X. And then going back and just checking out all of the many, many cool shows that were out there. I definitely got an education in what anime could be at that time. Alright, so this is the waist part here. I never got a badge. I like how those old Gundam Wing model kits had to join the Gundam Builders Club and get badges and shit. I never got a badge. Yeah, I never did any of that. I never sent away for cool badges, but I definitely wanted to. Alright, so C11 is this one here. Great, great, great. As you can see, there are, pieces here that are eventually will go on our kit, that aren't going to go on our kit, that are part of like mods you can make to it. You can change the chest piece with another chest piece if you want, but why would I put on the chest piece that doesn't have all of the stickers on it after I worked so hard to put all the stickers on it, including these other stickers that we have to put on now? So we got to put on this one goes up on top, and this one goes on the bottom. Right? Yeah. Bottom one first. Or wait, is that? Yeah, that's right. Okay. It goes like this. Yeah, that seems right. Okay. Yep, so I'm just doing some sticker work here. Because there's a lot of stickers in high grades. You're going to find a lot of, in the 1/100 scale high grade, you're going to find a lot of stickers and a lot of bending. You're doing a lot of dirty work with these stickers, getting a lot done, which is fine. But sometimes you're like, why couldn't you do this with plastic? Why am I doing this with stickers? But whatever. You just got to do your best with them, and then you're like, whatever. Alright, so then I'm just lining that up there. And okay. Alright, great. And then I'll just kind of use the flat part here to try to get rid of any air bubbles and get it set. Try to keep it from bubbling up or peeling off as best I can. It's not perfect, but it's good. It is also that thing where you're like, why didn't you just make that piece this color? Why am I doing stickers on here? I mean, it's going to look cool, but like, come on. Don't do this. Alright, so this goes like this. Alright, it's time to talk anime. Obviously, tomorrow we're going to talk a lot of anime. But we can talk about a few shows. I did, even though I just streamed last night, I did watch 2 things today in order to be able to have a conversation about some kind of anime. First one is, I didn't get a chance to talk about, I actually watched it earlier, is My Roommate is a Cat is still an incredible show that I highly recommend. It's a little cat that has always been an outdoor cat, and a guy that's never owned a pet before that is like kind of a shut-in. And there's friendship and fellowship and trying to understand one another. It's called My Roommate is a Cat, and it is a lovely show that I think is being overlooked right now because there's a lot of flashy shit going on out there in internet land. But I think that one is just a quality show. And the cat's so fucking cute, and you get to hear her voice. And she's so cute, and she's trying so fucking hard. I really feel for her. It's just overall a really, really strong, good show. And I do recommend it a lot. Dororo. Okay, so this one. I really like Dororo, but maybe this episode, the last episode, I was like, uh-oh, things are going to get dicey and maybe not good. And it's not good that, like, it's not a quality show. It's not like that kind of not good. It's like, storyline-wise, it got heavy and sad, and I knew it was coming, but I still wasn't super prepared for how heavy and sad it was going to get. So that's just letting you know, Dororo, while it is a cool action show, is not afraid to just be like, things are fucked. Oh, you thought it was going great, huh? Well, here's a part where it doesn't go great. So that's a fair warning about Dororo. It gets rough. It's a good show. It gets fucking rough. And then, let's see. Look, 6 episodes in. Is Girly Air Force a good anime? Not really. Am I still watching it? Yeah. I'm still watching it. They introduced the 3rd character, and she doesn't like the guy, and I'm like, great. Good. She's gonna come around, but I like she at least starts off not liking him. This show is fucking weird. They basically made souls. That the idea is that aliens showed up and regular military, especially the Air Force, any Air Force in the world, can't do shit against these alien ships. They just can't fight them. So somebody's brilliant idea was, let's try to create artificial intelligence to pilot that are based on like ships, like living ships, like, and make them the pilot. So they're like AI girls who are piloting ships because their spirits are based on like designed to be like. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's artificial ladies, and then there's a normal dude who is there to kind of help out and hang out. And of course, like, a lot of it is the seriousness of these battles, and then the goofiness of like them interacting and learning about the world and humanity and hanging out with this dude. It's not great. I'm still watching it. I got a lot of free time right now, as you may have gathered. So sometimes you just watch an episode of an anime and you're like, all right, another one of these. That's kind of where I'm at with a lot of shows right now. There's some good shit happening. Like, I said this before, no spoilers, but a huge revelation happened in Fairy Tail. Like, an enormous revelation happened. Unbelievable information was presented. People that care a lot are freaking the fuck out. So, you know, there's some good stuff. Ultron says Dad took his fingernails and gave them to the devil. Cannot scratch his back. Yes, Ultron is making light of the Dororo show, but it's like, there's some intense shit in that. It's like they were like, things are going too well. It's time to add drama by making things fucking sad. And you're like, oh, okay. I guess we'll make things fucking sad. Alright, the Nataku is almost done. As I said, I didn't have much left to do with this one. It gets real on there. Yeah, really does. Okay, so we've got the skirt parts, we got the side parts of the skirt, but we've got to add the legs first because it will be hard to add the legs after. So we're adding the legs now. There's one leg. There's two legs. So we add these parts on the side. And because they're using the PC connectors, the PC connectors, I should say, they're a lot easier to just add to it. Makes things way easier to do what we're trying to do. And we'll do the other one on the other side. And then the trident just goes in the hand, looks like. Nothing special about this trident. Other than it's a double-sided trident, which is nonsense. But yeah, that's all we had left to do. As I said, there's some extra pieces here to do some mods to it, but none of that is necessary. Like, you could swap this out with that chest piece and just go with a darker chest piece. And you could swap out how some of the shoulders look, but you don't need to do that. Yeah, and then we got him here in his outfit because he joins the opposition because he's unsure of his place in the world, because that's a huge component of Endless Waltz, because it's after the events of the end of of Gundam Wing. It's like, what now? Humbao, cheers 100. Thank you so much, Humbao. Really appreciate it. Very good, very green, and done. It is very green. I love the colors of this. Yeah, I mean, we were almost done on Monday. We would have finished this up on Thursday, but I wanted to jump to the other thing. And And then I can show off this part, which is just so good. It's just so good. Oh, the hand fell out. Just like that. It's just... And then that turns around. And then these open up like this. It's just so great. I love the arms on this thing. It's so goofy in a way that I love very, very much. But yeah. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. We're going to hang out for a little while. I am going to go end early because the stream tomorrow will be long, and I don't want to start the asteroid. Like, I could start the asteroid, but, like, we're not going to do much of anything in there, so we'll just do... this is the Gundam Asteroid Red Frame. This will be the next kit we work on. It's got a couple stickers, and it's got screws. So that's fun. It's not fun. This is going to be a detailed kit. There's a lot of pages in here. The back. This is the back turns into the back thing turns into a giant sword or a fucking bow and arrow, like a compound bow. There's so much back to this. You definitely need to stand for it. It also has giant swords, because of course it does. And also the bow, yeah, it has a beam torch in it. Like it's got like a fucking flamethrower. This kit is so silly in ways that I really love. But yeah, it's also got a giant, like, almost like a buster sword too, and then katanas. It comes with a display stand, so that should be an indication of what it is. It literally is like you're gonna need a stand for this. We'll give you one. It's a lot. But yeah, look at how big. Look at this photo here. Look how big that sword is. It's nonsensical. And then it opens up and becomes a bow. It's complete nonsense. I don't have to like look up all the ways to use this thing. But yeah, it comes with its own stand. It's just like, yeah, this is a lot. But yeah, we're gonna work on that, and there you can see him there, looking real cool. That's our next kit. I don't know what else to say. Tomorrow, I'm going to start streaming at 8:45 to get everybody in there because it's at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So at 8:45 Eastern Time, I will start the stream so that way people can join in. People can come and go. But yeah, I'm going to co-stream the Anime Awards and talk over it and have a good time. And I hope you'll hang out for that. Because I think it'll be fun. But yeah, we can hang out for a little bit here while I... if people have any questions for me, anything you want to ask about building or anything before we sign off, I'll kind of just chat a little bit because I do want to give you closer to 2 hours. Thank you, Humbao. Thank you. But also, wouldn't mind cutting things off a little early on my Friday night. Maybe go and get a slice of pizza, leave the house again. That might be good. I might want to do that. So yeah. Let me know if you have any questions or anything you want to talk about. But otherwise, we'll call it quits. I gotta take some photos. What is your least favorite mech? So of the mechs I've built, I'm gonna actually go and open. You can't see me open it, but I'm gonna open up Discord and I'm gonna look at some of the photos we've done. I think I'll go to what was my least favorite build. Obviously, one of the hardest builds we did was the G Gundam kits, the Shining and the Burning and the Master. The high grades weren't too bad, but the Master grades are rough and tough to kind of build. So I don't really love those. Those are probably my least favorite to build. I'm just kind of like gonna scroll through my photos here on Discord. They're not all the photos, obviously, but some of them that we've built. I would say that's probably my least favorite of mechs that I built were the G Gundam series. The Master Gundam is one of my favorite Gundams. It's beautiful. It just wasn't fun to build. The Grim Garrett wasn't the Grimgeared, like, I love the blade arms. I thought the blade arms were fun, but I don't really like. I mean, it wasn't that great of a kit. It was really quick. I like the colors more than anything, but like it's like a 4-hour build. I was like, meh. I'm just kind of like looking through. Well, the Zaku 2 from Thunderbolt was really good. It's fun looking at some of these photos, just kind of like going back. Let's see here. Going back. Y'all post photos too, which is great, but it means that it takes a little while longer to go through. No, that one was fun. It just took forever. The V2, the Victory Gundam 2, took a long time to build, so I didn't necessarily love that one. But it was great. It just took forever to build. Yeah. I think that's it. I think my least favorite building ones were anything in the G Gundam line. Um, the Master Grade G Gundams are just a tough kit to build. Uh, the Norn, the Norn is a beautiful looking kit, but like, goddamn, there's just so much like underneath glow, so much amber glow that the Norn fucking takes forever to build and is so intricate that like I never want to build any version of the Norn ever again, high grade or master grade, because that thing fucking just took forever. That was a very frustrating build. Some Goku stuff like that. The real grade is something else. Yeah, I would never touch the Norn real grade. Forget it. I don't have trouble with the master grade, let alone the real grade. Yeah, the God Gundam, G Gundam, I talked about that. Like, yeah, they have screws. They're just kind of annoying to build. Obviously, the model kits that I liked the least were the X-Wings. The Bandai X-Wings, I never want to build a Star Wars model kit again. I had no fun with either of those. They were easy until they suddenly weren't easy, and then they were really annoying in a way that I'm just like, no fucking thanks. Never again. Oh, I forgot I built the Buster Gundam. That was a fun kit. Buster Gundam is cool. We went from the heavy arms to the Buster Gundam. That's a good mix of kits. Anyway, I'm gonna. I love Epic. I've built a ton of Star Wars kits for Lego, and I love them. I mean, you know, you're paying the Star Wars tax, but the kits are intricate and beautiful. I have on display the Millennium Falcon, the 2011 Millennium Falcon from Force Awakens. That is not the biggest one; it's the one step down. And I have the what do you call it? The Gundam, or not the Gundam. I have the U-Wing, and U-Wing is beautiful. I have that on display as well. I've loved every Star Wars kit that I've built as far as Lego. It's just the Bandai model kits. I have not loved those. All right, that's going to do it. I'm going to take some photos here and then pack stuff up, turn off these lights. I'm excited about having these lights off tomorrow because they are sweat. So I can wear a shirt tomorrow that is not black because I will not be sweating as much while we're watching the Anime Awards. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a pleasant rest of your Friday night. This is not the usual one. Tomorrow is anime. Tomorrow's all about that anime. Thank you for joining me. I know this was like a light one and we just did some finishing. Oh, also like, hey, again, 1/100 scale, 1/44 scale. Check out the difference. It's nice to see those night and day. It's rare that I have that out, so it's kind of cool to look at that. But yeah, have a great night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully for the Anime Awards. If not, Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern is my next build stream. If you just want to see the Astray Red frame, that's on Monday. But tomorrow is all about that anime. Have a great night. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.